to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Welcome.
It's really nice to see you in person because obviously we've spoken on the phone, haven't we?
Yes,
a few
exactly.
times, but
Yeah.
I found the science really interesting.
Yeah.
And was there stuff that you...
So, you thought Kate Middleton had just 3 kids? George, Charlotte, and adorable little Louie? Oh, honey, think again. For years, yes, years, the world has been totally fooled. All those perfect family portraits, the royal waves, the tiaras, the smiles. Behind those palace doors was a truth so huge, so heartbreakingly guarded, it could shake the monarchy to its core. Picture this: late evening, quiet halls in the palace, and Catherine, the ever-poised Princess of Wales, barely whispering, "There's something I need to say." That moment, everything changed. The truth? A secret child. A 4th child. Hidden. Protected. Silenced. It was never the right time, she said through tears. And now the cat is out of the bag and the world is reeling. Whispers swirl through Kensington like wildfire. What else don't we know? If they hid a child, what else is buried under those royal rugs? One truth, that's all it took. And now nothing will ever be the same again. Let's rewind the tape. Before the big confession, there was another baby making waves in the palace. Now let's set the scene inside the Wales family home. Recently, William and Catherine gathered their kids, George, Charlotte, and little Louie, for some feel-good news. And no, it wasn't about a new baby. It was about their beloved Cocker Spaniel, Orla. She had just given birth. 4 tiny, wriggly, squishy puppies. Orla's had 4 puppies, William told a friend, his face glowing with pride. This wasn't just a casual pet update. Orla, gifted by Kate's brother James Middleton, had become the heart of the household. The kids? Obsessed. They adored Lupo too, a palace insider spilled, but Orla brought this new light. And now, with pups, it's a circus of love in that royal house. Barking, giggles, little feet chasing tails through regal halls. In April, the couple posted Orla's picture on Instagram, a sweet message about the joy and love animals bring into lives. That same love that once made Queen Elizabeth II snap at a relative who dared suggest putting down her corgis. Gasp! No one messes with the Queen's corgis, but underneath the wagging tails and laughter, there was something deeply personal holding that family together: love, loyalty, and just a bit of chaos. And speaking of chaos, a former staffer spilled in a tell-all book, sometimes Kate has to treat William like a 4th child. He gets grumpy and she steadies the ship. Oof, the royalty is hot today. So here they are, a picture-perfect family. Mom, dad, 3 kids, a loyal pup, and now 4 baby dogs. But one secret still hung in the air, one that would rock the kingdom. Let's go way back, before Buckingham Palace, before crowns and titles, to a shy, lovely college girl named Kate. It was fall 2001. 2 fresh-faced students arrived at the University of St. Andrews. One was Prince William, second in line to the throne, and the other, Catherine Middleton, just Kate back then. Art history majors, quiet, smart, kind of flirty. At first, just classmates. But William was smitten by her humor. He had this cheeky side, he once said. It matched mine. Then came that night in March 2002, the infamous charity fashion show. Kate strutted the runway in a Cher number. William, watching from the crowd, reportedly turned to a friend and gasped, "Wow." Honey, we all saw the glow-up coming. By their 2nd year, both had ended old flings. They moved in together with friends into a cozy little flat. Sparks flew. They studied, partied, even did grocery runs like any other college couple. Except one of them was a future king. They kept it hush-hush. No PDA, just subtle, stolen moments. Until one party, never have I ever got messy. William's ex blurted out, "Never have I ever dated 2 people in this room." Yikes, William took a shot. Everyone knew. That's when it was real. Soon after, they moved to a quiet cottage in Belgrove House. No press, no royals, just them. Wine, picnics, pheasants wandering nearby. Bliss. They cooked together, hosted dinners, danced at Ma Bell's, and went on secret trips, one to North Yorkshire, one to the slopes of Switzerland with the royal family. By 2004, Kate was everywhere. Highgrove, Sandringham, even skiing with William, Harry, and Charles. But then the press saw it, snapped pics. April 1st, 2004, the Sun's headline exploded. Finally, Wills gets a girl. And just like that, Kate Middleton became Kate Middleton, the prince's girlfriend. It was official. The press pounced. William furious. But behind the palace walls, they were stronger than ever. Until they weren't. That summer, William grew distant, partying, seen with other girls. Kate, crushed. She returned to work, cried over wine in Paris, confided in friends. We're on a break. I don't know what to do. Her heart, broken. But love doesn't die easily. By fall 2004, they were back, stronger, chosen, unshakable, and years later, they would stand before the world, April 29th, 2011, and become husband and wife. The 100 million people watching. That iconic Sarah Burton gown and a future queen was born. But that crown came with a heavy hidden cost. Let's rewind to a cold, icy December day in 2006. Kate Middleton, elegant coat wrapped tight against the chill, was seen proudly attending the passing out ceremony at Sandhurst. It was Prince William's big military moment, and there she was, no longer just the girlfriend. She was becoming a permanent fixture in royal life. But just when everyone thought wedding bells were next, April 2007 happened. Bam! News dropped like a royal bomb. Kate and William had split. The world gasped. What? The golden couple broken up? No one saw it coming. Not the press, not the public, not even some insiders. But deep down, behind the palace gates, cracks had been forming. William was feeling trapped. Kate was under constant scrutiny. The pressure? Insane. And so they went their separate ways. Kate, she didn't fall apart in public. She handled it like a queen in waiting. But inside, she was gutted. She returned to normal life, quietly, gracefully. But behind those calm eyes, pain. And her friends saw it. She missed him, one whispered. One night, a little tipsy, she admitted, I don't know if I should call him or just move on. Can you even imagine? But guess what? Love, real love, it boomerangs back. By May 2008, Kate was back in royal circles. She even attended William's cousin's wedding solo, representing him. And that day, she met Queen Elizabeth for the first time. Yep, you read that right, without William there. Deal, that wasn't just an invite. That was a royal signal. Kate wasn't going anywhere. By June, she joined the Order of the Garter procession at Windsor. Quiet, elegant, stepping deeper into royal waters. No fuss, no drama, just quiet power moves. Then came November 2010. The rumors started buzzing. The press was on fire, and then, boom, they were engaged. Kate Middleton, after years of waiting, heartbreak, and headlines, was officially going to be a royal bride. William said it felt right. And just like that, the girl from Berkshire became the future Queen of England. The engagement was followed by her very first royal events. Public smiles, elegant appearances, nervous hand-holding. Her first official solo duty in October 2011 at Clarence House. It was a test, and she nailed it. Then came March 2012. Kate gave her first public speech at a children's hospice. It was short, sweet, emotional. You could tell she meant every word, one attendee said. She used her influence for mental health, addiction support, children's hospices, and the arts. She didn't just show up, she changed lives. She joined heads together with William and Harry to break mental health stigma. She quietly donated her hair to kids with cancer. She volunteered for the Scouts in North Wales without press. No speeches, just help. Every event, every gesture was measured, genuine, and impactful. People called it the Kate effect. Charities saw spikes in donations. Clothes she wore sold out in seconds. But Kate didn't care about the trends. She cared about the people. One staffer once said she walks into a room and makes every single person feel like they matter. And that is power. So let's go back to the beginning. A little girl born in Reading, raised in the countryside, who went to Florence, Chile, and St. Andrews, who fell in love with the prince, got her heart broken, and came back stronger, who gave birth to 3 children, then quietly raised a 4th, hidden from the public's eye, who beat cancer, who stood next to her husband and held the monarchy together during its darkest years. And now, she's more than the Princess of Wales. She's the heartbeat of the crown, the quiet strength behind the royal wave. The mother who fought for her children, the wife who stood through storms, the woman who rose again and again and never once lost her grace. She didn't just marry into royalty, she redefined it. She wasn't born royal. There was no crown waiting in her cradle, no palace nursery, no silver spoons or waving from balconies as a child. She was born into love, into warmth, into a normal life in Reading, and everything she has now, she earned. Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, a daughter, a sister, a student, a girlfriend, a fiancée, a wife, a duchess, a mother, a princess, and maybe someday a queen. But here's the real tea. She's already a queen in spirit, because royalty isn't just in the bloodline, it's in how you carry yourself when no one's watching. And Kate? She's been carrying herself like a queen from day one. Let's talk legacy, not titles. Before she ever wore a tiara, she was helping sick children smile in hospices. Before she gave speeches on mental health, she was comforting families through silent visits. Before the cameras followed her, she was volunteering, working in the family business, and organizing fundraisers in skates and neon tutus. Yes, that roller disco will always live rent-free in our minds. Her causes, never random. Everything she supports, mental health, children's care, the arts, early development, addiction recovery, families, has a pattern, helping people who feel invisible. It's her superpower, the quiet way she sees those others don't. She's not flashy, she's not loud, but she's always there. Let's talk courage, not cameras. Behind the smile was struggle, the public breakup, the scrutiny, the weight, the headlines, the cruel press. Then motherhood, the pressures, the expectations, the perfect hair, the morning sickness that sent her to hospital beds, and later a health battle that would have broken anyone else. But when she stood before the world, saying the word cancer out loud, she didn't shake, she didn't hide, she stood tall. And then there was the secret, the hidden child, the confession that shattered decades of silence, and still she held it together. Because Catherine is more than her pain. She is resilience in heels. Let's talk love, not labels. Behind every public appearance, there is the story of a girl who fell in love with a boy. Not a prince, not a title, just a boy who made her laugh in class, who poured her wine during picnics, who kissed her under the Scottish stars. She never chased him. She never played the media game. She loved him. And when he got scared and let her go, she let him walk away with dignity. And when he came back, she welcomed him with grace. They grew up together, built a family, built a kingdom of their own, through bumps, through babies, through barking puppies and sleepless nights. And when he needed her most, when the palace trembled under pressure, she was there, always. Let's talk future, not fantasy. Catherine isn't a fairy tale. She's a real woman with real scars, real tears, real fears, but also with real strength. She will one day be queen, not just by William's side, but in her own right, not because she wears diamonds, but because she has already worn the weight of expectation, scrutiny, heartbreak, and illness, and never faltered. She's redefined royalty, and the monarchy, it's still standing because she is a woman of warmth, of wisdom, of restraint, of quiet, defiant strength. And that, right there, is the true crown she wears. So what do we know now? We know that the story of Catherine, Princess of Wales, is not over. We know that behind every carefully chosen dress, behind every wave, every photo op, every speech, every headline, there is a human heart, one that has broken, healed, fought, and loved. We know she's not perfect, but she is powerful. And we know that when the time comes, when the throne passes down and the eyes of the world turn once again, she will be ready, not because she practiced for it, but because her entire life has prepared her for it. Catherine's story is still being written, but one thing is already crystal clear. She is not just part of the royal family, she is the heart of it.